continue to support domestic violence. As you know, October is Domestic Violence Month. And we do have two other guests, as promised, joining us on the set. So we do have Miss Nadia Assad. So tell us a little bit about you, Nadia, and why you're here.
Well, my name is Nadia Assad. Thank you guys for having me here. It's a pleasure. That's my second time here, I think.
Absolutely.
And I loved it the first time, and I'm sure I'm going to love it again today. Nadia Assad, candidate for Lauderhill Commission seat 3. Actually, let me rephrase that. Future Commissioner of Lauderhill, seat number 3. I am here tonight to share with you my past story with domestic violence, and as well to tell you about that wonderful event that's going to happen. And I'm sure he's going to tell us a little bit more about it, but mostly I'm going to be talking tonight about domestic violence, what is it involved, and what can we do and what are we doing now to help our sisters and brothers, cope with that and hopefully get out of it.
Okay. And Godfrey, tell us about who you are, who you've worked with.
You know what? I've been in love with fashion since I was 12 years old. So I made sure that I started in Paris. I did my dream. I've styled many celebrities. I've been the fashion director for Saks Fifth Avenue. For Bloomingdale's, personal shopping. So my whole career has been literally in the retail world. Mm-hmm. So now I'm doing different projects, like I'm working with Charlie on this amazing project on October 17th that must be an event that every single woman in Broward County and in Miami needs to attend. It'll be hot, 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 I promise you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. We're glad that you're involved in such a needed event in our community. We can't wait to get dressed up and support such a worthy cause. Yes. And so tell us what some of the event is going to benefit.
The event? Mm-hmm. It was going to be a coffee break with Charlie, but it's going to benefit women that are abused and that are in the process of getting out of that abusive relationship. So where I come in is, we want to create an event that helps women, but also brings fun. Because I think that we live in a society that is so busy with so many different things that are happening in the world. But everybody kind of wants to dress up and have a good time. And we're doing the kickoff of the social season, so it's like a perfect relationship to bring fashion with supporting a domestic violence charity.
Great. So, Ms. Nadia, let's switch back to you. Tell us about your experience. I know you watched the first episode to this.
Yes.
What do you have to add to that? I think a lot of our viewers connect with us because we're real. We're at the glass table. We're very transparent. Yes. We want people to know that they're not alone. It's well-needed conversations. Yes. We have to discuss it. We have to shine a spotlight on it. So tell us what your experience was.
Well, growing up from Haiti, where I'm from originally, I grew up in a house. I would say this, not like any movie that you can possibly imagine. It was 4 of us. I got 1 sister and 2 brothers, and it was my mom. So basically everything that you see that our sisters were saying earlier, it is true. At times, you find yourself in a situation where you want to get out of it, but circumstances will hold you back, will tell you that you have to stay there, will give you reasons. And valuable reason. In my mom's case, it was 4 little valuable reasons.
Exactly.
My brothers and sisters.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You have growing up into a country where education is not #1 priority for our, people. So basically, you have a mother of 4 with no education, no job, relying on a husband, an abusive husband, verbally, physically, and she didn't have a choice but to stay. It's
all she has. That's all she has.
But to stay in it, yeah. And just because of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
At times, it's not that she didn't want to go. She will get up and go. Mm-hmm. But a couple of days afterwards, she'll have to come back because she didn't have that support family support, financial support. We don't have what you guys have here. You know, government that can subsidize, you know, the food stamp, you know, shelters. We don't have none of those.
Right.
If you go to your auntie and to your uncle to say, hey, you know, he's beating me up, mom, you go back to your husband. That is our culture. No matter what's going on, religiously, and you know the way that we are brought up, you have to go back to your husband. No matter what's going on, you deal with it.
Wow.
I was a child in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
My mother is the one that stayed
Mm-hmm.
in an abusive relationship with my father for many years.
Yes.
I remember it was 5 of us, 5 children.
Yeah.
I was the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
I remember standing in the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
not once, not
Mhm.
twice,
Yeah.
many times,
Yes.
yelling at the top of my lungs
Yes. Leave
for
mommy
the
alone.
neighbors to come
Yeah.
and stop the abuse
abuse,
that
yes,
was going on in my
yes.
house.
Yes. Similar
So,
to mine.
yeah, horrible.
Yes, similar to mine.
My mother left a few times. She went right back
Yeah.
because she was afraid of what he would do to us.
Mm-hmm.
She was afraid of how it would affect us.
Yeah.
When we finally left,
Mhm.
we had to have policemen
Yes.
there
Mm-hmm.
so that he did not do anything
Yeah.
to stop us from leaving. And she left when her last child was old enough to
Mhm.
basically handle
Mm-hmm.
what is it that she was gonna put us through.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why it's so very important, this movement, what we all doing, different organization, to help our brothers and sisters, because don't forget that the men get abused as well.
Yes.
Don't leave them alone, you know, behind.
Yes.
they do get their share as well.
Yes.
So what we're doing is very important
Mm-hmm.
because the lifeline support that we need, it's crucial for survival.
Right.
Imagine if we had that in our country,
Yes.
what it would have taken. So it's important to have that, you know, financial support, because at times you will find out that as a little girl, I remember there was one time he got up in the morning and for whatever reason he had a fight with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided that he's not going to give anything for the house that day. So nobody eats, nobody do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So when did the abuse ever come to you as the children?
Of course. It comes in different forms.
Yeah.
You know, verbally, you know, we used to get beat up, and I was always the one standing up, you know, saying something or even do something, you know, when he was abusing my mom. So having that said, I was his number one child.
Right.
Back in school, I couldn't afford to get a B.
Wow.
If I get a B, I get beat up. It's not because of the B.
Yes. Yes.
Payback.
Exactly.
You understand? So he has to find ways, you know, to, and I remember there was time that, you know, he will give the other kids certain things, and then me, you know, nothing for Nadia, because Nadia didn't do well in class. She did a B instead of an A. So it lasted a long time until the Duvalier, the Papa Doc, left. And even when we came here in the United States, because we had to go to his house, he started it again.
Mm.
Forgetting about the laws and everything else, you know,
Yes.
that was going on. It's like, here we go again.
Yes.
So it's, you wondering, I think with what she was saying earlier, at times it's not that the person doesn't know what they're doing. Because again, you came back, you apologize, you say you're sorry, but yet the next day you came back with the same thing. So what it did to me, in a way, it strengthened me growing up as a child.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back here in the United States, I was determined to find my own way and to take my mom out of it, to take my brothers and sisters out of it. That was my strength.
Yes.
And until now, watching my mom suffering from different illnesses that she have, because of that, it's my strength as well. To make sure that wherever I can talk about it, whenever I can do something about it, so my sisters doesn't get into it, my other brothers doesn't get into it. Find a way to help them out of it, because it is not an easy thing.
So what are some of the things that your mom is going through now, the setbacks?
Well, as you know, domestic violence affects you psychologically as well. Since after her separation, divorce with my dad, she have never been with another man. He was her first.
My mother as well.
And the last. He
My
has
mother
never
as well.
been. Don't even think about talking to, and
Yeah.
she's what, 65?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she left my father, like, probably she was like in her 40s.
Wow.
Never, don't talk to her about having,
Yeah.
even talk about another man or
My
anything
mother
like
as
that.
well. And like you said, he was her first,
Yep.
same thing.
And the last.
He was my mom's first.
Okay. We're talking about
Yes.
psychology.
So sad.
Yes.
So physically
Yes.
now, she's about, hopefully we're praying that this will not happen, from the slap in the head and in the ears.
Right.
She lost the right hearing. She had 3 surgery already on that, and she cannot hear it. Now we're looking at the possibility of a 4th surgery, and there's no guarantee that she's gonna get the hearing back. It's lost. But the pain that she goes through every day, the migraine that she got every day, it's
Hard to live with.
so now you find somebody that is very religious, that used to go to church almost every Sunday, every Friday. She can go to church. She cannot go to even to my function. As you notice, in either any of my function, you cannot see her there because the noise. She cannot tolerate the noise, as little as it may be,
Wow.
because of that.
Very sad.
So it's not a joke. It is something serious. I live it myself. My ex-husband, when I said that I was leaving, was choking me. He's handed on my neck, and my kids were crying, yelling until the neighbors came. Then he let me go. Went to the hospital, and they revived me and everything else. So I lived it.
Yeah.
And that was the first and the last time.
Yes.
And the last time. Because they, like she was saying, they do things. They cheat, they do things. They expect you to forgive. They expect you to, because, it is the norm. It is in our culture. Men's supposed to be doing things and you're supposed to be forgiving. You cannot get out of it. If you say that you're getting out of it, why? You cannot get out of it. I'll kill you before you leave.
Did he come to you and ask you after he choked you, when you said that you were leaving? Did he come to you after to beg for your forgiveness?
Yes.
And you said
I said no. I said no.
Wow.
What made
Because-
you say no at that point?
Let me explain something to you. I got kids with you.
Yeah.
At the time, our last one was about to be 1. Actually, it was the day after his birthday. I am killing myself, going to school at the time, nursing school, 7 o'clock in the morning, do what I'm supposed to be doing. And then you impregnated somebody else.
Oh.
You expect me to forgive you.
You.
So at the time, what I was thinking to say no, it was, what if that person that you were with had a communicable disease
Yeah.
and contracted that? Who was gonna take care of my kids?
Right.
So at that point, the forgiveness part was not in my vocabulary at
Right.
all.
Right. You had had enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
So when he was telling me no, we have to go back because of the kids and everything, I told him no.
Because of the kids,
Because of
I'm
the-
leaving
exactly.
you. Because of
Because
the
of them.
kids.
And then so he didn't like it.
Wow.
He said, for better or worse, before
Yeah.
I let you go, I'm gonna go ahead and kill you.
Yeah.
And so he jumped on me and then started choking me. And the kids were, the neighbor, thank God, came and then, they pulled him out and then they called the cops and, So it is like she was saying earlier, you cannot expect somebody to accept everything and then say they're doing whatever they have to do and then say it's okay, you forgive them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So until now, we don't communicate on a daily basis, like say hello, how you doing? No. We communicate about, what is, good for the kids, in regards to what the kids needs and things like that. Because we have kids together, whether you like it or not. But to be friend with him at this point, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
We cannot be friends.
It's not even necessary. Like you said, you could be civil.
I could have died.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could have died. And until now, my mom as well, the same thing, could have died.
Yes.
But thank God we're still here.
Wow.
You are
So
here
it's not,
to share your
yeah,
story.
It is
To
not
help
something,
others.
yes. it
To
is
let
not something-
everyone know that they can get out
They
of that
can get out,
situation
yes.
as well. Just like you did, just
Yes.
like my mother did.
Yeah.
We can all get out.
We can
of
get out because
situations
you
like
have to
that.
look at the signs first, because there are signs.
Yes.
Sometimes we choose to ignore
Know
them,
the signs.
but there are signs. You need to look at them and seek help immediately.
Yeah.
Don't wait until the last minute,
Yeah.
because most of us, some of us don't make it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't,
Don't
make
make
it.
it.
Don't make it. It happens so many times.
So,
That's why we need your support, ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need
Wow.
everybody. We need everybody. Because what they're doing, the money that they're going to be getting, it's to organize, better organize. To help the women, to help the men that are victims. So we all need to be into that movement together.
Yes.
We need to be in that movement together, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, financial plays a big role
Yes.
into our surviving for domestic violence.
Yes.
It is. So we need the
Because a
donations.
lot of us could have been out, but because I know he's the one providing for this, I have the kids, I have this, I cannot go.
Right.
So that plays a big role. So that's the reason we have that big fashion designer here. And I am already, I am reserving my dress, because I know he's gonna be dressing me.
Let me ask Godfrey something. Let me put him into this conversation for everyone who's probably wondering, well, what is Godfrey doing sitting here?
Yes.
in the
I'm just
hot
motivating you to get a ticket October 17th, okay?
seat, very hot seat.
Very good. But why is it that you chose this cause to get involved in?
You know, I have a wife and 2 daughters, and I'm blessed by God that my father was always taught me to respect women and to honor women and to never be a cheater. But once you get married for life.
Yes.
For me, it really hurts to see women suffering when they give it their all for their husbands,
Yes.
to their families, and it is tough
Yes.
when a guy gets a divorce from a woman after being married for so many years, and he wants to take everything away from that woman who
Yeah.
raised his children and who literally, she's the mom. I mean that's your wife.
Right.
So for me, like I love my wife with all my heart, and I honor her and I honor my kids. I don't understand the abuse, and I don't understand why it takes place in America.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that there's so many incredible women here. There's so many women who actually, they've gone through it, they've survived it. Like Charlie, that's why I admire her so much, because like she survived it. She knows what happens in the community. And it's like she gets women like Nadia, and she gets women like you to make this conversation. We need people to stand firm and say, you know what? No more abuse.
Yes.
Right.
We're done with this.
Yes.
We have to be in a community who truly respects women, and you got to respect yourself
Yes.
as a man. I can't go forward and teach my kids something that I myself don't do.
Not
Right.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I'm literally the representative of my house. So I respect my wife. My wife, my kids know that I would never ever hurt my wife or my kids.
Yes.
So they'll never go into their relationship with that problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens,
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for asking that wonderful question. And thank you for answering it. I want to add one thing, and it's not just America. Is why is there abuse around
That's true. It's all over the world. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
world?
Yes.
That's true.
And what you said is so powerful, that there are men out there that are respecting their wives and their girlfriends and
Yes.
and honoring their children and relationships. So I think you're breaking those cycles that are out there.
Yeah.
And for you to be involved in this and listen to these heartfelt conversations, these real stories from women, I mean, hats off, congrats. Thanks for getting involved. From the bottom of our hearts,
Yes.
we're going to make this successful.
We appreciate it.
And Nadia, I don't know what to say to you. You know, I am listening to your story tonight with your mom and your goal to get her out and get your siblings out of it shows the awesome strength of a woman that you possess.
Thank you.
And then to get yourself out of your own situation and
it's not
say
easy.
no more.
It's not easy.
You know, it's not easy, it's difficult. And the fear, which Charlie mentioned as well, it's, you know, the fear that's involved. Whether it's financial, whether it's your heart, what are you going to do next? I mean, just to make those steps.
Yeah, it's not easy. That's why we need to support each other, you know, say hello from time to time, because you never know what's going on in somebody's life. You may see the smile, like she said, behind the lipstick.
The beauty behind the lipstick.
We put on our makeup, we're smiling all the time, but, you know, nobody knows what's going on inside, what we're fighting. That's why, you know, at times, it's always good to reach out to somebody. You never know what you can do by just saying hello. You open the door for a conversation, you can save a life. So always do that. It's very important. And again, I commend Charlie for that movement. I am all in. And as a matter of fact, for that particular event, I don't know if everybody knows, I'm an participant as well. I'm gonna be donating 2 of my arts, and the money is gonna go to the foundation, so we can go ahead and help out more people.
Excellent. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to come out and support. The Caribbean Edge is going to be helping with that show as well. Because we strongly believe that we need the funds, we need the help, we need the support. And I want to leave with something that I've read in the past, and I truly believe the best apology is changed behavior. That is the best and only apology, as a matter of fact. The only apology is changed behavior.
And let me just point out one more thing on the political side. We are about to approach the census. The census is coming soon, and I'm sure you guys know about it. One other way that we can help financially for us to get more resources for these kind of things is to be counted as well. Because every single person that we don't count, we lose about $114,000, and it's for 10 years that you lose that money for one person.
Thanks.
So it goes to medical, to the bus that you're taking every day to go to work. It goes to the road that your car is driving. It goes to the food stamp that you're receiving. The education of our children, we're losing on all of those things when one person is not counted. And especially in my city, in Lauderdale, where I'm running for office, last year I think there's only 67% of the people that were counted. And so that means we suffered a lot. Now you're looking at the tax raise that we have. All of those have to do with that. So you're sitting here and your tax is being raised, and everything is going, you know, skyrise over, wondering why. This is the reason why. Because when I know that there's a stigma out there, everybody's scared about what Mr. America has been doing, trying to scare everybody, but know that these information are sealed for 72 years. And prior to that, no one can have access to that, and it's being diffused by statistically. It's not by name, by address, nothing like that. It's statistically,
numbers.
You know,
Stored. It's numbers.
And then putting out.
Yes.
So please do that. And if you guys need any more information, I can come back another time and give it to you, or you guys can contact me, 954-305-7262. I can give you more information. But we need that census count to accentuate our resources that we have that can help Miss Charlie doing a little bit more out there with what she's doing now. That is very important.
So buy
That's
the
another
ticket.
way.
Don't forget to buy your
Buy the
ticket.
ticket.
We need your support so we can make this event worldwide. We promise you we'll go to your country and you'll make the difference by supporting us. Okay?
So what's gonna be into that show besides my fashion show? I know that.
Listen, I'm bringing like the top designers to Lauderhill, and I promise you that it's going to be an event that is literally the same event that you look at Paris or London or Milan. This is going to be even better because I'm bringing in all the designers all together, and it's going to be high fashion, glamour. Every single woman is going to be there and going to get out and say, you know what? Whatever I'm going through, I'm going to dress up, I'm going to look good, and I'm going to survive. And that's what it's all
Very
about.
important, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what Charlie wants. And you know what? I'm a supporter, and I'm going to make it happen. And I promise you, you will not forget.
Yes.
All right.
Dress up, look good, and feel good. I think when I look good, I feel good. When I dress up, I feel good. When I put on my lipstick, I feel good. So we encourage all of you to do that.
And there's food. There's a great cocktail party.
I saw some of the pictures of the food.
And wine, so we're good.
There's food and wine. It's gonna be great dining and great fashion show, great entertainment. I think we're gonna have music, nice music coming up.
Very good.
So it's gonna be an awesome night. We're gonna have a lot of vendors that are gonna be coming. You get to see my artwork, and hopefully one of you guys will be the winner of that, of those 2 pieces. So come and support because it's for a great cause.
Yeah,
Come and support.
we'll share all the links, guys, so you can purchase your tickets. You can support it even if you're not attending because you're out of town would be the only reason not to attend. We want to thank everyone that tuned in tonight. We want to beg you to share this episode, both episodes, to bring awareness to domestic violence as well as this fabulously promised, guaranteed fashion show. And we will go in. You guys know Sherilyn and I go in and answer all your comments, and all our guests will answer questions as well for your comments. So thanks for tuning into 2 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
Anyone, I just also want to say anyone that is afraid to ask a question on social media, you can basically call us, message us, so that we can provide the resources, the help, the support, whatever it is that you think you need. Just reach out to us individually, and that's why we're here. We're here to help.
Thanks for all our amazing guests who joined us tonight. Oh my gosh, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Ciao for now, and take care, everybody. Take care.
Bye.